WHBT Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And now on 97.1 WSUN HD2, Holiday, Tampa, St. Pete. And now, back to the Johnny B. Show.
Welcome back to the Johnny B. Show. Phone lines open for you, 727-579-1025, 800-771-1025. This is a song that Anna couldn't possibly know, Will could not possibly know, and, of course, our Buccaneer correspondent on Monday nights, there's no chance, but I know his mom would definitely know this.
Sounds like something she used to roller skate to.
Yep. That's Rhett Matthew, everybody. What's up, pal?
Hello. Not too much.
I was just talking to you during the break, and like you were telling me, you heard us talking about the Thanodisasa Jerker, and you were saying, yeah, it's my old stomping ground. I go, yeah, my mom lived in Thanodisasa, and then we started talking about neighborhoods and stuff, and it's crazy. Your mom owned property like a block away from where my sister lived for a long, long time. And then I'm going down memory lane, and I think we're going to connect with like people we know, and then you start talking about things, and you're like, oh, yeah, I went to this school probably the same time your son did. Ow! It hurts.
Sorry, man.
Truth hurts sometimes, you know?
My friends are young, man. Like, when I look at Rhett, I think we're just grown men and we're buddies, you know? I don't think, I could be his daddy. It's just weird. It's
weird. You're a young man in your heart.
I'm not hanging out with people my age, dude. Not very often. There's a few exceptions.
Well, most of them are dead.
Owie.
You're old.
Owie, you make heart hurt.
Not that old. You're fine.
You're fine. I'm just teasing them.
I'm not that old,
No.
but my friends are just way younger than me. Most of them are. At least 10 years younger.
You have a young soul, You dress like a 17-year-old, urban black kid.
Hey!
No disrespect to them, but that's how you dress.
I don't think so. There's a
You
lot
do.
of 47-year-old black guys that dress like me, too.
I could appreciate that you've got the style down, and I think one of the best things that I appreciate, you don't mix the brands up. Like, you've got Adidas on with Adidas.
You never do that,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
You never.
Really?
Like,
That's a rule?
I think once you lose that self-awareness to where
bro.
I'm a dress cool, but you start mixing the brands around,
man.
that's iffy territory for
I don't
that was
wear
a thing.
I don't wear a lot of brands, but I do wear Puma from time to time. I have a few pair of Nikes, but I've kind of fallen off Nike. Like, I'll wear Air Force Ones. I think they're sexy, but I'll wear some old school low tops, some old school Jordans. But I'm more of a three-stripe guy all day. But I'm not going to wear an Adidas top and any other brand shoe. What
It's
kind
a
of
fashion faux pas.
sacrilege? Yeah, you don't do that. What? If a B-boy saw me on the street, I'd get my ass whooped for that. 727-579-1025, 800-771-1025. Rhett is coming in to talk Bucs because I needed somebody to know what the hell they were talking about to talk with me. I mean, Will knows a little bit about the Bucs.
Hey, I'm right here. I know stuff. Come on.
We love your input.
I got this.
Your input is some of the best.
Bucs with a K. Sometimes you spell it with a K. Sometimes you spell it with just a C. It depends how you feel.
You really don't. There's actually a song that teaches you to spell the name from way back in the day. Buccaneers. Go Bucs.
Sometimes K.
No.
That's in there. Sometimes
It
K.
is not. It is not. It's not.
K
It's
in
an honest
parentheses.
mistake.
It's not, man.
It happens.
It's not, Anna.
For Anna, it is.
All right, so real quick, we won the game on Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
I actually watched the whole game because I could not leave my house. I was so sick. I was in no condition to be in the studio. Something could have happened in here that would have caused me to never come back.
Thank you for not coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It wasn't about you. Screw you. It was about me.
It would have been about me if I had to sit in that chair.
I talked about this at the beginning of the show. I have this unwritten rule, and I don't know if anybody else has this rule, if they've even thought about this rule, but my rule is if you poop your pants at work, you no longer work there. You just don't come back.
It's hard to recover from that.
You can't. There's
Yeah,
there's no coming back from that.
It's a pretty traumatic thing. And I mean, even if the people around you don't know, the fact that you know what happened.
Oh, well, I mean, I could probably get over it if nobody knew. But, I mean, I like the gig.
That chair won't lie, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like hips. Chairs don't lie. No, but once you're poop guy forever. As a matter of fact, I'd probably go as far as moving out of this town completely.
Really?
Yes, man. I got to completely wipe
you
the
gotta start
slate
over.
clean.
Yeah.
I got to wipe the
that's
butt
not
and
all.
the slate
Yeah,
clean
there you go.
immediately.
What capacity are we talking? Are you moving just 1 or 2 counties over? It's out of state, like
I'm gonna
fresh
try.
start?
I'm gonna try to go clear across. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a
State
gig.
lines, yeah.
I know. I'm trying to get a gig in the Northwest or something. Yeah, like let's see what Oregon has for Daddy.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'll still be
Yeah,
a
but what happens
Bucs fan.
when you inevitably make doo-doo?
Inevitably
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen.
What do
It
you
happens to me
mean?
once a year.
at work.
I
mean,
maybe not at work, but
Where's your number one spot? And we'll get to the Bucs in a second, right? I apologize. Speaking of preseason, we're all pooping ourselves. Where's the number one place you poop? Because I have a spot. I have a poop in public spot.
oh, in public?
In
Really?
public?
Oh yeah.
Oh, explain.
Oh,
Elaborate.
I want to hear yours first, and then I'm going to tell mine.
I mean, I try to
Like in a
keep
toilet?
it confined
No.
Oh.
to my house, obviously.
No, I mean, like, where's your accidental? Because you said it happens.
Well,
Where's your place that when it
does
happens?
work count? Because sometimes you got to make twos at work.
And you do it in your pants.
No.
he's talking about where it happens when you're not at a toilet.
Where do you poo in the pants?
Oh, I mean, it's all over. It could be, I mean, literally and figuratively.
he has a plan. It's,
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
don't-
something that happens.
Yeah, I
to
don't
him.
go like to the Rays game and be like, oh, time to poop my pants today. Here we go. It's that once a year. I got to
thinking-
make it happen.
Man, if you put Chaz Rowe in, I will crap my pants. I promise you that. Oh, here he is. He's warming up.
I'm thinking you just sneak off to your car at that point. You know, if there's really nowhere to go, you got to trap all that smell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the middle of August in Florida.
Maybe that's how streakers happen at sporting events. It's like, I just crap my pants, and I'm just taking everything off, dude, and
Yeah.
I'm running across the field until they tackle me.
Got to have a good excuse to do it. You
Yeah,
can't just
yeah.
sit there with soiled pants. You got to be like, all right, well, I'm going out in the field, man.
No,
Blaze of glory.
my spot that I have probably pooped my pants 10 times in my life.
As an adult,
Yes.
this
a
isn't
lot.
good. But okay.
Now, I'm not talking full load.
CC's Pizza.
I'm
Buffet.
talking like,
Wawa.
no, I'm not talking like, let's drop the whole package. I mean, I'm talking just the turtle head got
A
out
fart,
too far.
Yeah, that's usually what happens to me. A
You know what
fart
I mean?
that turns out to be a little. more.
Yeah, it's like, I can let a fart out real
Yeah.
fast.
Those
and,
ones you can't trust.
and relieve the pressure, and you go, oh, these underwear are going in the garbage.
Yeah.
I'm talking about one of those.
Yeah, you got to
Right?
go. Gotta go do a little man pond situation.
All right. Well, where does this happen for you? I'm curious.
Standing in my driveway. Every
so
time.
close, but yet so far.
Yes, because here's what happens. I'll have like an hour drive, and I got to poop before the hour drive. So I get in the car, sit down. I'm naturally pinching off everything. We're good. And I'll be fine. Like, I'll have the urge driving, and I'll be like, okay, we're good. All right. And there's something about your neighborhood. Like, your mind sends a signal to your rectum.
Right.
We're almost home.
Yeah. Internal anal GPS. Yeah, it's a thing.
Hey, we're in the neighborhood. Loosen up, buddy. We're getting ready to take care of business. And your BH goes, oh, thank God, dude. I've been clenched for an hour. Ah, and he stretches out. Ah, thank God.
Do you have one of those doorbell cams or like anything of the sort?
No, I don't because of that, Rhett.
You can watch the crime happen. as
Not
it
gonna
takes
happen,
place.
dude. Not gonna happen.
Is this when you're stepping out of the car and you're starting to loosen up and your leg goes over?
No.
And then,
No. So I get out of the car, and then I always go in, like, now I go in through the garage door, right? It's just,
Probably for the best.
well, we usually have like a wasp nest near the front door, so I just avoid it, right? So I could kill it, but, whatever. I'll call a man to do it. So when I get out of the car, then my butt goes, now! And I go, no! And I clench up. And I can't walk. I can't do anything. So now I'm a goddamn statue, right? I'm a statue, and there's always one neighbor in the yard doing something.
The Indian guy?
Oh, he's been the one twice, right? Ooh. He's just out there pacing in front of his house because he hates everybody inside because it's the culture. You have to have your entire family living in a 3-bedroom. So he's just like arms folded looking at me, and we've never said a word to each other. But one day he's going to go, why do you stand there like that? Why don't you go into your home? Do you hate your family too? You don't want to go in. Why don't you walk in front of my house with me? So I'll clench up, right? And the urge will go away, and I go, okay, I got about 30 seconds. Get in the house. I'll take 2 steps, and my butt goes, now. Got me. Yeah.
Well, at least you're home. I mean, it could be a lot worse, for sure.
You know what I do? I get in the garage. I close the garage door. I take off my pants and my underwear, and I put them right in the garbage. So my garbage man, at least once a year, goes, man, that fool pooped his pants again. And he didn't leave me a tip for Christmas. I'm sick of this house, man. All right, let's talk Buccaneers, man.
No.
Some of the game was crappy. We can admit that. All right, let's get a nice theme going for it. Yeah.
Fire the cannons. It's time to get this W. What you gonna do when the Bucs running over you? Tampa. They yelling Tampa. Yeah. Fear the crew.
So the Miami Dolphins came into town on a monsoon Friday night.
Yep.
Did you go to the game?
No, I did not. I actually watched it from a buddy's house. Met up with him.
Smart dude. Don't pay for preseason.
No, man. No way.
They got to do something about lowering the ticket prices for preseason. It's really stupid.
A lot of I had seen any season ticket members, they're paying full price.
Yeah, I used to be a season pass holder, and that's one of the reasons why I dropped it. Was I'm not paying for 2 preseason games that are dookie.
Right.
Yeah, no.
And I was going to say that. You said you watched the whole game. I did too. And the worst part was that the buddy I watched the game with, he's not a football guy.
Uh-oh.
The only other game he's watched with me was the Bucs playing Atlanta on Monday Night Football just recently. And that was a good game. But I felt so bad making him sit through that preseason game because after a while of 0-0 and then you just get field goals start piling up, it was one of those games.
What I do as an Uber fan and as a former coach, when it gets like boring like that, I start looking at position like per position. Like I'll focus on one position group for every play. Like I'll go, okay, this drive I'm going to focus on the guards. I want to see who's doing their job, who's not doing their job, who's getting pancaked, who's making pancakes because I like pancakes, and that keeps me a little bit more interested.
Yeah.
But you're just programmed when you watch football to follow the ball.
Yeah.
You know, and then you don't know what's going on the rest of the field. So I suggest that to anybody who's watching a game that is a boring game. Just focus on a player that you're, especially preseason, that might be on the bubble. You know, I do that with the wide receivers because we know who our first 3 wide receivers are.
Yeah,
penciled in. It's Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rashad Perryman. That's 1, 2, 3. But the rest is wide open.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You've got Scotty Miller. He had that hamstring injury.
Hasn't played yet.
Oh, he's practicing again.
Okay.
He is practicing.
He better get on the field.
Practice.
Yeah.
BA even called him out. He said he needs to get his ass back on the field, and that's what happened. You got Justin Watson in there as well. He had a pretty good game against Pittsburgh. Didn't show up nearly as much against
Dropped
Miami.
a lot of passes last week. I think he dropped 2 passes.
Yeah.
Can't do that in the preseason. You're trying to make the team every single year.
We've also got Bobo Wilson Jr. He stuck around for a few years. He's a good returner. He's not a bad returner, and he's not a bad receiver as well. He's a guy with some speed, former teammate of Jameis at FSU. So you want to see him do well, but again, that wide receiver spot
Did you see my tweet Friday night about Bobo Wilson?
I don't think so.
I tweeted out about him because he was one of the people I focused on for a whole quarter. I watched him lazy block on a run play where he just let a guy run through him. I watched him run 2 lazy routes. I watched him drop 2 passes. I think he almost feels like he's going to be on the team or something, but I said in the tweet, I said, Bobo Wilson's not going to make this team.
Yeah.
And then I put down my critiques. But people don't have to like my opinion. I don't care. But I watched him for like the entire time, and I was like, I did not like what I saw at all.
And comparing this game to Pittsburgh, there's definitely more bad you could say about this game compared to the game in Pittsburgh. They did win 16-14. Our big Gay kicker came in clutch, 48 yards out.
I love Gay so much.
Oh, man.
He's a man.
He really is.
Gay's in
so far.
Gay is in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's all the way in.
Hell yeah.
But there were a lot of guys that just didn't do a very good job, and one of them is Donovan Smith. First drive of that game, the only drive that we saw the first team out because it was raining and nasty, he was getting violated out there.
Hell yeah.
First play of the game, I mean, he completely just missed his block, and I don't remember the defender, but, I mean, it was a sack. And then there was further on that same drive.
Yeah.
Missed the block again.
Well, there was one play I saw, and I'm going to defend him a little bit. One play I saw, there was two guys rushing from his side, so he had to kind of pick a guy to block, and they did kind of a fake, like a fake blitz. So he went to pick the outside guy, assuming that Marpet would take the other guy.
Right.
And the other guy kind of backed off, so he went to shift over to his guy. By that time, it was a little too late, and I think it was more of a clever defensive scheme than it was him. But the thing is, too, he's battling an Achilles. Everybody looked like crap because it was wet. It was so wet.
Hell yeah.
And that's a big thing to remember because it is preseason football. It's ugly football. It's wet and rainy football. But Donovan Smith is a $40 million tackle.
Yeah.
He's got to be ready for stuff like that. He got knocked on his ass by Devin Bush in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you saw that highlight.
I did, but
I think Ali Marpet stepped on his foot.
I looked like he tripped over his leg or something. I saw that play too. So I don't know. We'll see. The regular season is what really matters.
Yeah.
Donovan Smith's making a team. So I'm not critiquing Donovan Smith. I'm not critiquing anybody who's a lock.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be on the team. I can't afford to get pissed off. Like, oh, man, like, Jameis threw a pick. I hope they start Blaine Gabbert. No, I don't. Blaine Gabbert looked like hot dookie on Friday night.
He really did. And
it was the worst.
I'll say this. There's a lot of people saying that Ryan Griffin should get that second-string job, and that's all fine and dandy, but Ryan Griffin hasn't played a snap of regular season NFL football. As far as we're concerned, he's never played a game in the NFL. He's a preseason garbage time quarterback.
We don't have a backup quarterback that can win games for us. So if Jameis goes down, then you play for the draft.
The gift of Gabbert.
You're done. No. I mean, I'm going to root for the team and hope they win, but if Jameis goes down, whether you hate him or love him, you know we're screwed. There's nothing unless we go out and make some crazy trade for some good back. I mean, Washington has Case Keenum that I don't know if he's going to start or not. I mean, you're just screwed, man.
Yeah.
You know who Donovan Smith reminds me of a little bit is McCoy, because he was a slightly above average at his position player. And I feel like Donovan Smith is kind of the same thing. Where
he's middle of the pack.
He's good enough, but he's not great, and he doesn't seem to be getting over that hump. And he got a lot of money in the offseason.
Well, you know what he has over McCoy, and he has over almost every tackle in the league. Donovan Smith has never missed a game.
Yeah,
never missed a start. Nobody could say that. So there's an old saying in football: the best ability is availability. For an offensive lineman, you never see him never miss a game. So I'll take an average to decent offensive tackle that you can depend on being there every day, and you can let him get coached up better.
And another thing, too, is like you said, guys being coached up is really, really important.
Yeah.
This is a unit. Last year they had Greg Warhop as their offensive line coach. He's probably one of the worst in the NFL.
I heard he's coaching high school somewhere now.
Yeah, he's not a very good offensive line coach. And this is one of the most expensive offensive lines in football right now. So you got to produce, you know?
I think the run blocking has looked pretty good in the preseason.
Yeah, and you just got to clean up the sloppiness. You got to clean up the dumb holding calls. And against Miami, we saw a lot of dumb penalties.
Well, that's all the backup guys, and Arians called them out. So,
definitely.
What do you think, Anna? Cleaning up the sloppiness, is that like a
clean it up, you messy house.
Yeah. You don't want to leave a big mess.
No, dude. We were looking at this is how you watch TV when you're sick and stuff. Leah.
Oh,
sorry.
Jesus
I didn't mean
Christ.
Anna. My bad if you're listening. I meant Leah and I were watching or looking at this ad for a waffle maker.
Okay.
And this was a selling point. We got deep pockets on our waffle. Like the way the waffle maker was constructed.
Right.
It forms deep pockets.
Like
Sounds
a big Belgian
sexual.
waffle.
We both looked over and said, God, that sounds hot. And then she, not me, turned it up a notch. She took it over the edge.
What'd she say?
She goes, yeah, big old sloppy, wide, deep pockets. Put all that syrup in. Wink, wink. I'm like, what are you doing
How did
over
her
there?
voice get so deep?
She does that at home.
Oh, nice.
Oh, she does Morgan Freeman and everything. Yeah, she's crazy. Yeah. So when is the cut down to 60 players? That's coming up in like a week, right?
I think it's like 12 or 11 days out.
Yeah.
I don't know the date, but I know it's coming up. A little over a week.
There you go. All right, let's do this week. Is the third preseason game. We're playing the Cleveland Browns, which I'm excited about because everybody loves everything about the Cleveland Browns right now.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, man. They have a sexy roster of talented players. So I'm very interested. I think the least appealing person on their team, no,
Going to
he
translate
kind
into a
of
good
got
head
the
coach.
job kind of just by being there. You know?
I look at a situation that we just saw with the Bucs, where you have Dirk Cutter transition from an offensive coordinator to a head coach.
Yeah.
Cutter didn't want to be our head coach, but who's going to say no to an extra $5 million a year?
Hell no, I'll be the head coach right now for $5 million.
So I think with Freddie Kitchens, he might have a connection with certain players, but I just don't see it translating well. It's Cleveland, man.
But my point is, we get to see probably 3/4 of starters on starters because that's what the third preseason game is.
Yeah,
because the
depending on the weather.
I don't know, man. The fourth preseason game, nobody that you'll ever see on an NFL field will probably play in the fourth preseason game. That's when all the starters and even a lot of the second stringers sit down and they go, hey, you guys, before you go to work at UPS next week, you want to play some football? And they go, yeah, coach. And they send them out on the field. And it's a bye week is what it is. So I think Friday night's going to be a lot of fun. Anna, pick one player that is going to be the MVP for the Bucs on Friday night against the Cleveland Browns.
O.J. Simpson.
He
No?
don't play football anymore?
Okay. Manning. Man.
For the goddamn Bucs!
Oh, Humphreys.
Oh,
He's a Tennessee Titan!
Jameis Winston.
there we go.
I like that. You took my pick. Will, who's going to be the shining star for the Bucs
Yeah, I'm
on
going
Friday?
Jameis Winston, too. I think he's going to have a good game.
See? I know things.
Okay. Rhett?
I am going to go with a guy who is really fighting for that third running back spot, and he had probably the best game of his career against Miami. That is Dare Ogunbowale.
Who, by the way, was doing a lot of reps with the ones this week.
Yeah, exactly. So,
What's his name?
Dare Ogunbowale.
Not the one of the brothers and the Jesse Smollett thing.
I don't know about that one. He's got a sister that plays in the WNBA, probably one of the best women basketball players in the country.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Don't worry about Anna. She's a little...
Racist!
It's fine. Not really.
Racist!
Yep. She wouldn't know the WNBA player because she's not familiar with...
Black lady.
Yeah. I think...
I know black ladies. Racist!
They're women. I think the shining star is going to be the guy who hasn't been on the field yet. I think Scotty Miller shows up because he has to earn that spot.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Who do you think is going to suck the most for the Bucs? Anna! Who's going to suck?
Evan.
Who's going to suck?
Jamiroquai. No? No Jamiroquai? All right.
Why?
Racist!
Why? Why do you do this?
She doesn't know.
Who's going to suck?
She's panicking. She has no idea. She doesn't know a player's name.
This is why I love this.
I know.
All right, Will, who's going to
DeAndre.
Oh, my
Go
God.
on. I don't think we have a DeAndre, do we?
No. We got a Dayon.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
There you go.
Oh,
Dion.
Dayon Buchanan's going to shine?
No, he's going to suck.
Yeah.
That's what you asked her. Who's going to crap the bed
Oh, yeah,
for
he's
the
going to
Bucs?
suck? It's not a bad pick. He's like a backup or something.
Oh, Velveeta. That's my final answer.
Vita Vea's not playing until maybe
well.
the beginning of the season.
All right. Well, see, he sucks. He's not playing.
He's hurt.
Whatever.
All right, Will.
Ellington. I don't know. I'm just pulling a name out.
He's not going to make the team. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
I think Ellington's a toss-up. I think Bruce Anderson's going to be the odd man out because
he's not even an odd man out. There's no shot he's making a team.
Right. At this point. Well, that's funny because coming into the preseason out of camp, he was the most hyped-up running back everyone was talking about.
So was Jeremy Nichols a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and he made it on SportsCenter for 15 minutes because he did a front flip over the touchdown line.
Yeah, I hope it'll look good on Madden next year when he's a backup on Ultimate Team. He sucks. Yeah, I think the guy that's going to really make poo-poo and may not make the team, and he shouldn't be on the team, and I know we need depth on the offensive line, but I think it's time that he just shows his colors. And I'm brain farting his name. Started at right guard last year.
Caleb Benenoch.
Thank you. God.
Yeah.
I had Ogunbowale in my head so hard. Caleb Benenoch is a piece of doo-doo.
He is a revolving door on the right side of that offense. Kind of a liability.
He's a nice guy, I'm sure. Please don't kill me.
Mega doo-doo?
Please don't DD mega doo-doo is what he is. He's just not good, man. I'm sorry. And, they said, he's a natural tackle. He gets in a tackle and he gets blown up. So,
you know who will be interesting to watch, though, coming up this Friday? It's a guy that Twitter won't shut up about, and that's Tanner Hudson.
Yeah. He's awesome, dude.
He's crushing
awesome,
it.
But he can't block.
Yeah.
He's pretty lazy on blocking.
Well, he played quarterback in college, didn't he?
Yeah, he played a little bit everywhere, I think.
I hope they keep 4 tight ends and 1 less wide receiver so Tanner Hudson can play more. So that's my hope.
I like him. He's got that clutch gene.
I'm attracted to him. Hey, let's take a break. You going to stick around with us, Rhett?
Absolutely.
Okay, and we take this break. We come back. DeAndre, Jesus Christ. When we come back, Trump is trying to make the biggest real estate deal he's ever made. We'll tell you what piece of land he's talking about purchasing when we come back.
It's the Johnny B. Show on 102.5 The Bone. The best station for covering all of the world's drama. And let's be honest, creating our own. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.